Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be in your screen once again. My name is Isaac Success is Akola. I want to especially thank my returning subscribers. You guys are phenomenal. It means a lot to me. Okay, it shows that you like what I'm doing, and I should go ahead with it. All right. Then I want to also especially thank those who has been in one way or the other contacted me, telling me things to do to improve. And I'm intentional about improvement, and that's why you can see for every consecutive video it gets better, and that's what I want to be doing until we are perfect with it, and gradually we are getting instruments to balance up. Okay, so thank you so much for your encouragement, and if you have not subscribed to this channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. It's free. You just a tap, and that's all. And it shows that you're also part of this movement. Okay, so please, if you've not subscribed, do so. Hit the notification button, you like the video, and then comment if you would. All right, so I want to call every bachelor around. Come, let's talk. And unfortunately, I'm also calling myself. you know um it's been it's been a roller coaster in search of the perfect one. No, I wouldn't say the perfect one. Um, the supposed woman for you, because I know nobody is perfect. Okay, so we are not looking for a perfect woman. All right. So uh, I know that most young men out there also are finding it difficult to settle down because it's either they are confused about the right woman they want. Some of them don't even know what they want in a woman. Then some of them also lack divine direction on how to go about getting the right woman God has ordained for them. And today, I have the singular privilege to have on this platform someone who also passed through several hurdles until he got into the hands of that beautiful woman who has beautified his life. I'm telling you. So he is going to tell us um, how he's going to tell us his journey and how he ended up with the right woman for him. So I'm going to introduce to you Mr. John Bright Chimeze. He is a civil servant with the National Library of Nigeria, and he's an entrepreneur in the educational sector. Yeah, and he is also an author, and then he's a director to one of the best fast foods right here in Omar. Thank you so much, sir, for granting us this audience. I know how busy you are. We don't take this privilege for granted. We just want this is a serious issue amongst young men out there who are set to settle down. So, sir, we want to know what were the major challenges you faced on your journey of finding the right
Okay. One thing that you need to understand is marriage is God that instituted marriage. So anytime you are talking about marriage, it's better you go from the basis,
Okay.
which is the foundation. So God is the one that instituted marriage, and if you really want to marry right, I mean, marry the perfect will of God for you and for your life, that means you need to go back to God. You need to be in line with God. You need to have that father-son relationship with God that is Jesus true. Okay, let me say my dream of getting married lasted for more than 10 years.
Jesus Christ.
You know, when you, especially this our society where you are, meant to understand that marriage is the peak of everything. For the past 10 years, I've been, having this dream of I'm going to get married, I'm going to get married, not knowing that there are things I need to put in place, and there are also responsibilities. Because believe it or not, take it or not, marriage is all about responsibility. When once you said I'm married or I'm getting married, just have it at the back of your mind that there are certain lifestyle you are living as a bachelor that you are going to stop.
Okay.
There are also certain lifestyle that you are going to adopt so that there will be peace in the home. As a bachelor, you are living a single life, but when you are now married, if you want to make a decision, if you want to, for example, if you want to travel, like this, there's supposed to travel to Port Harcourt, but looking at the state of my home, I can't just abandon my home and off of Harcourt for my friend's wedding. So I have to, go pause that trip. Then I have been able to establish contact with the guy, and I've done the needful. So one of the challenges I came across on my search for the right marriage partner is first of all not knowing what I wanted in a woman. That is the first challenge. Because I have come to realize that everyone has three aspects: the container, the content, and the character.
Okay.
So as I was growing up, since I am fair, I like fair people. So if I see any girl that is fair, I will just take that one. In fact, I will just make up my mind. This is hi, with that this girl will just say yes. Now we're gonna marry her. Then after a while, I now realize that since I'm fair, if I go for a fair woman, the outcome may not really be. You understand what I mean? So, when you talk of so I now said, okay, let me look for dark people. So that time I was seeing fair people as beautiful, as the most beautiful. So if I see anybody that is dark or chocolate in complexion, that person is ugly. So I don't look at that direction.
Okay.
But as I began to grow and mature in life, I now realize that since I'm fair, I should go for the opposite, complexion, and I started looking in that direction. But all this while I was looking at the outer, because I can count the number of people that I was kind of close with. The major attraction there was this one is fair, this one is tall, this one can speak good English, this one can can walk, and all the rest of them. But these are not the factors that you need to consider when you're talking about marriage, because marriage is different from boyfriend and girlfriend. Like you can have a boyfriend now, tomorrow you say I'm not doing it again. Highest people, not the injury for 1 week or 2 weeks, everybody move on. But this one is marriage, it's lifetime. So not knowing the right thing to look out for in a woman was my first challenge. My second challenge was not making myself, like not developing myself to the point that if I see the right person, one thing is we have this dialect that said that the eyes eat before the mouth, so I needed a beautiful woman, I needed an intelligent woman, but myself I was the opposite of what I was looking for. So so I now discovered that for me to get the quality of woman I'm looking for, I also need to work on myself. So that led me to the issue of purpose discovery, the issue of identifying with Christ. So it was when these two foundational issues, first of all, I gave my life to Christ February 14, 2008 in a youth program at Winners Chapel, Enugu State, Independence Layout, that's the state headquarters, Independence Layout. So that's a program that made me to give my life to Christ. It was a program for young people. So when I got there, I saw how young people of my mate, how they were, vibrating, doing a lot of things, in God. I was like, these people, are they not the same? So I now began to make inquiries, their secrets. So I now realized that the first secret or the first step they took was to surrender their life to Christ and yield themselves for the Holy Spirit to build them up, help them to develop the right character and to develop in the right direction. So that helped me to. So during that meeting, in that meeting that was when I made up my mind and I gave my life to God and I joined through the foundation class and all the rest of them, and that gave me a new mindset. Then that now led me to purpose discovery, because in life, no matter what, the person you are going to marry, whether a woman or a man, the person you are going to marry is coming to help you in some strategic areas. One of those areas is to help you to build your purpose in life. So if is to help you to build your purpose, that means you must have discovered that purpose. You must be working in line of that purpose. Yes, know the direction that God wants to take you through. And so when the person now comes in, then the person will now align and help you and develop it. So not giving my life to God and discovering that purpose was another challenge. But when you discover that purpose, for example, I discovered that I like education. For example, I like anything that has to do with mental exercise. I like ideas. So what will help you want to know why you are here on earth? Because anybody that you see on the planet, there is an assignment that God sent the person to come and fulfill. Like in my profession in librarianship, we have these 5 laws of library science. The first law of library science said that every book is okay. Books are for use. That means if you come to the library, even if this sheet of paper somebody wrote it and brought to the library, it is useful for some group of people. So every book is for you. No book in the library. Every book in the library is useful. The second law says every reader is book. So if you enter the library, whether you're a musician, whether you're a medical doctor, and no matter the profession, if you enter the library, there's a book for you. Now every book is reader. So every book you see in the library has somebody that will have need for it and a specific purpose it will serve in that person's life. Then another law said that library is a growing organism and also save the time of the reader. Everyone you see on the street of life has an assignment that God has given him to do. Now discovering your purpose will help you to know the person that is actually right for you. So not knowing that purpose was a major hindrance to locating the right person. Now another challenge was the composure. I like the confidence to approach a woman initially, but that was also part of my major hindrance. I just thought that as soon as you see a woman maybe you like some of the physical things you are looking at and you just go and say hello, hi, that the person will just say okay. So I didn't know that you are going to have to pass the process of negotiation and all the rest of them. So because of my mentality then, our pastors today said that when you correct your mentality, that your life is corrected. As soon as your mentality is changed, then things will change. So I didn't know that there would be negotiation, there would be and yes and no options and all the rest of them. So I didn't prepare my mind for that no option. So anytime I hit the key and I get a no answer, I will go back to my cave. And it will take me months to come out of that cave. So I had series of failed attempts. Okay. So that now made me to buckle up. I didn't want to go again right. Since I know I'm going to fail again. so that was also part of it.
Thank you so much. So what were the specific qualities you were looking for?
There are just few of them. One, because of my upbringing, I was born and brought up in a Christian home. So the first person I was introduced to outside my parents, the person of Jesus. So I was constantly looking for someone that, you know, also love, that's for someone that loved God. That was the first criteria. That was my first thing. Because I was meant to understand that if you marry somebody that loves God, you have a prayer partner.
Okay.
So I now just focus on my eyes on my heart first on somebody that loves God. Secondly, though I don't have the whole world, but I have God, then I needed somebody that if I come home with, let's say, 5,000 naira or 10,000 naira, the case may be, or at the end of the month, if I come home with my salary and hand it over to the person can be able to figure out how we can manage that 5,000 naira to take care of ourselves. This kind of person, if I have 5 naira, and that 5 naira is all I have that time, I will make do with it. If favor comes from any other place, thank God. But I have 5 naira, I will budget with that 5 naira and I will make do with that 5 naira. So I was constantly praying for God to have somebody that can also have that level of is it fulfillment? I don't know the right word, but the person that will be able to manage what he or she has, not you have 5 naira and the neighbor has 10 naira, you start going to borrow from your neighbor. You know, when you manage a wife that does that, you constantly be in trouble. And because by the time you come back, you see that these are also people that sell abada clothes. She must have collected some, not knowing how much you have in your bank account and all the rest of it. So I pray to God to have somebody that if you bring home 10 naira or 20 naira, the person can be able to use it without neighbors knowing that this is what we have. Then I also considered somebody that is hardworking or industrious. I don't believe in housewife, and I don't believe in breadwinner and bread eater. All of us must put our hands together and win the bread so that when there is need for the tea. If I look at you and laugh, you understand that why I'm looking at you, not that you know. So I was also looking at that direction, because no matter how you may see it, marriage is a responsibility. If you are doing something and your wife is not doing anything, at the end of the day, there will be a time maybe you are earning 100,000 as newly married people. That 100,000 people can be managing with it. But by the time the kids will start coming, by the time you still need other necessities of life, you discover that 100,000 is not enough. So I looked in the direction of somebody that will also have what she, even if she's not doing it, let it be that she has a skill. Maybe as time goes on, raise money to start off something for a while and doing my own, so that not if I'm in the office, they will call me that I don't have bed or I don't have money in the house. So that was also, so I think this basic first thing, fear of God, contentment, industrial. Then I also pray to God to have somebody that can accommodate others.
Okay.
Because I have friends, I have family members, and my kind of person, as a bachelor, I don't remember how many times I even stay in my house during the weekend. This weekend I will remember that I have this assignment I may be off to, the other one I will be off to, but the other one. So I needed a woman that even if I'm not around and somebody visit, maybe from my family or from our family or a friend, that person will not go disappointed or will not go embarrassed or will not. So I needed somebody also that can accommodate others. So I think these are the 4 basic things I considered.
Interesting. So, sir, can you recall particular event or something that happened that made you say this is the particular person?
Some people, I've had series of um, testimonies from people saying that as soon as I saw her, my spirit told me that this is my wife. No, my own case was not like that.
Okay.
My own case, actually, the first time I set my eyes on my wife now was in a church program, in a youth program, Singles Youth Talk, organized by Apostle David Omar. The first, I have been seeing her, but I got attracted one day because I'm in drama unit in my own church, Winners Chapel then. So one day during the session, they did this drama that it took, you know, the organizer of that program to come and tell us that this is a drama, or that was a drama, for us to understand that this thing they did was actually a drama. They painted, she played her role, all of them played their role in such a way that everybody in the house started crying.
Wow.
Without knowing that, they thought that they were telling their life stories without knowing that that was a drama.
Wow.
So it was when the everybody was sober. It was when the convener of the program came up and said that this is a drama in case you have passed through this and that. This is so. I was like, are you? It took me time to accept that as a drama. So that was the first time I cited and I got that. In that fellowship, there were about, I think, 4 guys, that were in part of the organizing committee, which she is part of. So even if you want to say, I know that if this person misses it, this person is coming for it. So I didn't consider her as.
You were intimidated.
I didn't consider her as option. Meanwhile, I went to that program to learn not to look for a wife anyway. So that was the first thing. So along the line, we kept attending the program until after a while she left for service. Before her service, I was able to join the part of the planning committee of that program. So that was when I was able to get close to her and just get close to her on membership level, because those guys were still there, so I didn't want to embarrass myself. So that was when I got her number through this, and once in a while I would call Sister Ruth, how you doing? So she also said fine. So after a while she went for service. After a while I stopped calling her. She went for service and came back. We are not, from time to time I would just go out to say hi, but I think I met her, that should be around 2012. I met her around 2012. So I think between 2014 and 2015 we lost contact. But I still have her number, she still have my own number, but we are not communicating. I think it was around 2020 again that she resurfaced again.
During COVID?
Yes, before COVID. But I know it's that 2020. Because after that 2015, and that it was sometime around February 2020 that we were able to come together again and talk, and within that time I have developed enough strength to talk about such
the development
talk about such creative matters. And within that February 2020 to October 2020, we wedded. As you can see, our wedding pictures.
Wow. Okay. That's intriguing. So that means everyone has that moment when they met or connected with their wife.
Yes. Yes, but as there's this Igbo adage that said that Okoko Anayama Mbogafere.
What does that mean for those that doesn't hear?
Okay, a bachelor or a young man that is not married would not know due to his waka waka lifestyle. You didn't know when the walk across his in-laws husband, sorry, his in-laws compound,
Okay.
as a result of going from there and there to when you now meet with the person. you now know that I visited there once or twice.
Okay, sir. So I am sure, I'm very sure that you are enjoying your marriage, right? Yeah. So, in your opinion, what are the key ingredients for a successful and fulfilling marriage?
First ingredient is God.
Okay.
God. If you love God and your partner love God, that is the basic of the whole ingredients. Just like you want to cook, whether you want to cook open salad or shawarma, you must put water. And so the basic foundation there is God. If you're in love with God, you know that there are certain things you will do that God will frown at. And so since there are certain things that you do that God will frown at, that means there are also certain things you do to your partner. She will not be happy or you will not be happy. So, but if you are in love, if you love God, that love you have for God will help you to, to curtailing communication. If you must have a successful marriage, don't assume anything. Don't assume anything. Make sure you communicate, ask questions, wait for her response, just communicate. If you're constantly in touch, if we use it to do our morning prayer, we use it to do our Bible study, we use it to talk anything we want to talk about. Whether I am in the office, whether she's in the office, whether I'm busy or she's busy, we can always plug our earphone and be talking while we are doing another thing. So communication is also key to one of those ingredients. Another ingredient is understanding. Understanding. One thing is for you to talk, but until the opposite, the person you are talking to responds, will not really ascertain his or her level of understanding. And that's how we call it in communication. So understanding is also another thing. So you must be able to understand your partner, understand his weaknesses, understand it. You must also understand your own, so that for adventure somebody, just put the call across, this person is doing this person is doing this, you can instantly say it's possible or it's not possible. And you can also help you to defend your partner anywhere. And also when you receive some report, don't, like I said, don't act on assumption. Always try to inquire from your partner. Then secondly, forgiveness. Forgiveness is another ingredient. In fact, every now and then you must have issue that maybe issue of offense. Let me say, you must, in peace and conflict, we are taught that conflict is as a result of clash of interest. I have interest in this, you have interest in this. So if you are not able to, balance that interest, it will bring about, something that will make you to bring about issues. So, but when that issue comes, just make up your mind that I will forgive the person, but let me know the truth about
ahead of time. You forgive ahead of time.
That's what you're going to do now. Are you going to chase her or is she going to chase you?
Wow, that's interesting. So go on, sir.
Okay. So that understanding is very, very important. And you must be ready to argue. Unless you are marrying I don't even know. Even if you marry a dummy, there must be a time people will argue. But if you are purposeful about your life, and if she's purposeful, people must be ready to argue.
Healthy argument.
Healthy argument. One of the things that is helping us. In fact, I told my wife during our courtship, in this our relationship, anything that we want to do, let's come up with suggestions. bring your own solution, let me bring my own solution. Let's brainstorm
Okay.
and agree on okay, not I have on my own thought about it and I want to come and impose it on you, or you are your own and you thought about it, you want to impose it on me. So let's bring it as suggestion on the table and talk about it. So and that is what has been helping us, and especially being a civil servant, she's managing this business, she takes care of family. I'm also part of that business. You know, there will be a time, both in family decision and business decision, that argument must be there. So just be ready to argue positively and be able to see life from other person's angle. Don't just be the Benevolent. That's the only one that knows it all,
Yes.
and nobody knows it all. So you must be able to argue and dialogue until you come up with something tangible. Because if you insist on your own and it goes wrong, the decision goes wrong, you will not have this for the 1 week in that house. But if the thing is a family agreement, you two of you agree that it happened, you who accept it as maybe you didn't see well while making that decision. So that one of the questions that she asked me was, what is your vision in life? Where are you going? What do you want to be? Who do you want to be? And all the rest of them. And just like as if I knew, before I met her, I already have a document that answered all the questions. So
Written by you.
yes, I gave her an overview of that document. After which, I think during our next meeting, I presented the hard copy of the document, and she was happy. So vision is very important. Do you want to? What kind of home do you want to have? Was stated there. What kind of children do you want to have? What quality of school do you want your children to attend? What are the sources of income to the family? How are you going to treat parents and all the rest of them? All these things we talked about them. So at the end of the month, now if our salary is coming, this portion is for this person, this portion is for this person, this portion is for this person. We've already shared the money. So if in our own pocket money, we have a portion of our own pocket money. So all these things, they are part of that vision and that goal. So you must have a vision if you must have a successful one. Have a plan to improve yourselves academically or educationally. Don't, for example, for now we have our BSc and we are planning for our MS, and very soon we also go for doctorate degrees and all the rest of them. One of the challenges we have in marriage is the wife is a professor, the husband is a carpenter. The margin is much. Their level of reasoning and the exposure is too wide. So for you to have a successful, for you to be happy in your home, as you are growing, make sure your wife is growing. As your wife is growing, make sure you are growing. So if two of you grow together, it will help you. There will be a level you will be, like I mentioned, professor and a carpenter. You will be in life. If you and your wife, like for example, there is a way your level of exposure now. If you go outside, the way people will be greeting you. If your wife is not that exposed, she may be seeing those people greeting you as maybe your people you have external affairs with. So, but if she's well exposed like yourself, she will understand that these are just people. These are just normal friends. And so you people should also have plans of balancing up your growth. It will also affect your children also.
Wow. This has been an interesting interview, I must say. But lastly, sir, I want you to advise most of us, like me, who are on the search right now. So, what are I know you've talked about a lot of this, and I've noted, and I know my fellow bachelors have noted too. But what's your final advice to us before we draw the curtain?
My final advice is to ask you a question as why are you still a bachelor? That's my final. Anyway, life is in phases.
Okay.
Life is in stages.
Yes.
One advice that I will leave for bachelors is one: make sure that you are in a good relationship. We marry by discovery, not by revelation. I didn't share this aspect when I was still a bachelor. During that my 10 years of a long journey of long search. In fact, I will see this girl I would like. I will start talking and talking and talking. One day I will just see myself in the dream. Girl, we went to her village to do introduction. I will just wake up and I have this friend, Andy. He's in Abuja now. Just tell Andy, see this girl. This girl is now. Just see the dream I had yesterday like that. I went. In fact, you are a part of those people that followed me. And you say, my friend, stop that kind of nonsense. It happened to me also. I didn't, believe him.
So you're saying that dreams are not part of it?
My brother, not all the dreams.
Okay.
I'm not saying that dreams are not part of it. But what I'm saying is, before you will marry right, first of all, in as much as you have seen the person, you see the person, you pray to God to reveal that person. Also, you be in constant communication with that person, because the way he may not treat you, he or she would pretend to treat you right, but how he or she treats others matters a lot. It's not all about you. If you want to really know that person, it's not all about is how she attends to others. It's her reaction when she's under pressure. Secondly, go and discover yourself. Go and discover yourself. Okay, for example, what you are doing now, this interview you are granting people now. If you marry someone that does not learn about purpose, and you just wake up, baby, I have this interview with this person, please, I'll be back. The person will tell you interview with. No, the idea of this thing now will be awkward to her. But if you are in touch with the right person, she also will even be part of your team. So my advice is go close to God, discover your purpose, and also pray to God to help you to get the right person.
Thank you so much for this session. Please don't forget to subscribe and like. Until we come your way next time. Bye bye.